If you've been looking at real estate in Sun Valley, you've probably come across Elkhorn. And depending on where you're coming from, it's not always totally clear what Elkhorn actually is. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through where it is, how it's set up, and what you can expect if you end up buying there. So let's talk about where Elkhorn actually is. I've got this map of the Ketchum and Sun Valley, and I've made some very approximate lines for the city limits. So you can see here you've got the city of Ketchum. Right next to it you've got the city of Sun Valley, and then on the southern section of Sun Valley you've got Elkhorn. The entire Elkhorn area is about 4,000 acres, and about 1,800 of those are dedicated open space, so you end up with a lot more space to roam on some of the wonderful trails you can find there, and it just feels a little bit quieter overall, I would say. And no matter where you are in Elkhorn, you're usually about 10 to 15 minutes from downtown Ketchum or the base of Baldy, and just a couple of minutes from Dollar Mountain. And one thing that's important to understand is Elkhorn actually sits within the Sun Valley city limits. So if you live in Elkhorn, you still live in Sun Valley. One way to think about Elkhorn is as a community within a community. When you purchase property here, you're automatically a part of the homeowners association. This means you're paying HOA dues, but in exchange, you're getting full access to a huge list of amenities. You have the Harker Center and the Village Core facilities. We're talking pools, hot tubs, and top-tier tennis and pickleball courts. Your dues also cover the nuts and bolts things like landscaping and snow removal, which can be a big stress reliever for many people who are looking for just a lock-and-leave vacation home. Now, while the golf course is definitely the centerpiece of Elkhorn in the summertime, golf is not included in those dues. It requires a separate membership. But that said, as an Elkhorn owner, you are eligible for a discount, but definitely make sure you double check that before you go head off to the clubhouse. And when it comes to real estate in Elkhorn, the options are diverse. On one end of the spectrum, you'll find entry-level one-bedroom condos that are perfect for young professionals or first-time buyers looking to get their foot in the valley. And on the other hand, you have multi-million-dollar legacy estates that offer some of the best views in the entire state of Idaho. So who is Elkhorn for? What I like to say is that it really depends on how you see yourself living in Sun Valley. If you want seamless access to pools and tennis courts without having to manage them yourself, then you should definitely consider Elkhorn. And while it is a bit further away from the ski lifts on Baldy, you're right on the doorstep of Dollar Mountain and some wonderful hiking and biking trails in the summer, which, if you value that specific access, makes it an incredible spot. So since we talked about who Elkhorn is for, I think it's only fair to talk about who Elkhorn is not for. This community is likely not for someone who wants to avoid HOA fees. It's important to know that most neighborhoods inside Elkhorn have their own set of sub-associations, so on top of the master, there's a good chance you'll be paying for 2 sets of HOA dues. You just have to be comfortable with the HOA rules and the fact that you're paying dues for the collective benefit of the community. If you prefer to manage your own property 100% of the time, then you should probably look at some other great options, some other neighborhoods in Ketchum or Hailey instead. So that's a quick overview on Elkhorn and Sun Valley, and whether Elkhorn ends up being the right fit for you or not, it's a good area to understand if you're looking in Sun Valley. And if you've got questions or want help sorting through the different areas, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to help. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video.